Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. That was the crate class we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this gameplay. If you would like, of course, you can go back and pause the video to get a good look at the class, but keep in mind I will be talking about the perks and the gun and the attachments and things like that throughout this video. What's going on here? What is going on in this gameplay? You see by the title, man, it's a PDW Pistol only DNA Bomb, which is pretty good. We're actually running around here playing some hardpoint on the map Riot. And hardpoint, I always feel so hardpoint is a little bit tougher of a game mode to get stuff like this in. Like, we see a lot of episodes of DNA Saturday here, of course. We've had tons of them already. And the majority of them are either an uplink, which is kind of the minority, but primarily it's in game modes like Domination. Domination or Ground War Domination, things like that is usually the game mode that we see. I think hardpoint's a bit harder to get gameplays in. I think it's a little bit harder to do well in, just because it's so random with the spawn points. The spawns are constantly flipping. Everyone's kind of moving. There's grenades usually flying about and stuns and things like that. It's a hectic game mode. It really is. Momentum's also a very hectic game mode, but I think hardpoint's one of the more hectic ones, a little bit hard to do well in, so it's definitely nice to see DNA Bomb gameplay in this game mode, and it's definitely nice to see it with a pistol like this, let alone the PDWs. That's pretty crazy. This was actually sent in by a guy that goes by the name of The Friendly Machine, who I'm sure you guys are aware of that name. He's been featured quite a bit here on DNA Saturday so far. He was also featured a couple times last year in Call of Duty Ghosts with Chemstrike Saturday, so it's definitely pretty good. Definitely a good player. Well, we talked about his channel here towards the end of the video. So let's start talking about that created class, right? Because we're basically running around with a pistol here. It's a machine pistol, but it's a pistol nonetheless. Let's start talking about this class. What exactly did he do to make this class so good? Because the way he's playing it, it really makes this gun look like a submachine gun. But keep in mind, it's not going to have the range or the damage at distances like a submachine gun will. It can be pretty good close range, but you're not really going to be killing too many people at those medium to longer ranges. But he still does pretty well regardless. So let's talk about that created class a little bit here. In terms of attachments, he's got advanced rifling and extended mags, which both seem pretty good if you're going to try and run around with only the PDW pistol. It's basically going to try and make it as much like a submachine gun with a tiny magazine as much as they can, right? You get advanced rifling on there to try and increase your range and your damage at over a range, just because, I mean, think about it. It's a pistol. It's not going to be doing that much damage at a distance. It's just not going to. And especially since you have a tiny little magazine, you're definitely going to want to make sure you can actually increase the magazine size with extended mag, as well as try to have, you know, as much damage as you can over range. I think that's what he went for there. He has a 22 round magazine, and the gun itself actually does pretty good in those close quarter situations, and he's not doing that bad. I mean, of course it's not great, but he's not doing that bad at those medium ranges, and that's because of advanced rifling. In terms of perks, we've got low profile. I've noticed low profile is just about on every single class ever on here on DNA Saturday, but he's got low profile in perk 1, he's got blind eye and peripherals in perk 2. Peripherals, we talked about in another episode this week. It's becoming an increasingly used perk here on DNA Saturday. More people are using it. There's actually two things that it does. I forget this myself sometimes because I think mostly just people like to pick peripherals just so they can have the different mini-map. The mini-map definitely is a bit nicer when it's big and open and clear and rectangular, I suppose. But the perk itself actually makes it so when you kill an opposing player, the skull doesn't show up on the mini-map, right? If you think of any time like one of your teammates dies, you can usually see for a couple seconds a skull in that general direction. Well, it makes it so that skull doesn't show up. That's one of the benefits of peripherals as well. And we've got toughness and scavenger in here. I think scavenger is essential, so I don't usually advocate scavenger in Advanced Warfare. I just don't. I've never found a situation where scavenger was necessary, but I feel as though if you're going to be running around with a PDW pistol, unless you plan on running around with other people's guns most of the time, you're going to need scavenger because you're going to run out of ammo pretty quick on a machine pistol that only has a 22 round magazine, even with extended mag. It's just going to happen. That's just the very nature of the weapon itself, and you're going to need to have scavenger because if you're going to commit yourself to like a gimmick, right? Right now he's playing a gimmick. That gimmick is I'm going to be a pistol only player and try to do really well with only this PDW pistol. If you're going to be doing that, you might as well have scavenger because otherwise you're just going to run out of ammo if you go on any kind of a good kill streak. Then you're just going to be picking up other people's guns, and at that point you're doing like a scavenger style gimmick rather than a pistol only gimmick, right? So it makes a whole lot of sense. And toughness is just a great perk in general. Of course, blast suppressor is very nice. You see he's jumping around a lot throughout here, and he's actually been showing up on the minimap every time he does it, but still you can't have 3 perks in perk 3, which is sad because scavenger, toughness, blast suppressor, hardline, and I think hardwired, I believe, all of them are just such good perks that you want to have all the time, but you can't do it. You just unfortunately cannot do it. But the DNA bomb itself is actually going to be coming to an end here relatively soon. He actually gets a 25 kill streak right there here inside the prison. Now he's going to try and go outside a little bit because the opposing team is actually spawning all around here. So he's going to start doing some jumping. He catches this guy AFK. Let's go ahead and grab him. And now we're going to be making our way back into the prison where, in fact, he is going to be picking up the DNA bomb, which is, it's very nice, man. It's using the PDW pistol. Definitely the most unique, one of the most unique. I can't say it's the most unique because right here his exosuit is actually disabled. He was trying to jump up right there. That was hilarious. That's hilarious. It's actually on the system hack that he's running. He's actually running the disable exosuits on here as well, which can be so annoying when somebody actually gets that kill streak. Like, it costs a lot more, but when somebody actually gets that on you, I've had it happen a couple times so far, it's really annoying for them to be able to have access to their exosuits, but for you not to, it's pretty bad. Right there, he's going to pick up the DNA bomb, taking out those people, and he's like, you know what, I'm not even going to chase them. I'm just going to go out here, call my DNA bomb, and start doing some spins. And that's exactly what he does, man. He just starts doing some spins, and just starts going crazy because he's excited. He should be. He just got a freaking DNA bomb using only the PDW pistol, which is pretty amazing. So congrats to you, Mr. Friendly Machine. That was an amazing gameplay. We skip forward here towards the end. You can see the final score that he had was 54 kills and 6 deaths, only running around with that PDW pistol. Only using that, just a default, normal, no variance whatsoever, just a normal PDW pistol, running around, led the lobby like crazy, just such a fantastic overall gameplay. Hope you guys will enjoy this week's episode of DNA Saturday. A nice little trifecta for us today. We had an IMR DNA bomb, we had the 2 KF5s, 1 DNA bomb gameplay, and of course now we round things off here with the PDW pistol only DNA bomb gameplay. Just a very good week of DNA Saturday in general, and for the first time in quite a long time, we actually did 3 episodes this week. I was feeling froggy this week, so I'm like, you know what, let's do this. Let's get 3 episodes up because there's a lot of great submissions and it was kind of hard to pick and choose between them. So we're like, you know what, we'll just do 3 this week. It's not going to be an every week thing, but occasionally we'll do 3 episodes, and that's what we did this week. So I hope you guys will enjoy this week's episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. And if you guys would like to submit your DNA bombs for our next week's episode of DNA Saturday, simply watch the video. It's on your screen right now. There's an invitation for you to click, as was linked to it in the video description. That video will tell you about all the rules and all the regulations and just all the things you need to know about submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. So be sure to go ahead and check that out if you're at all interested in submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out The Friendly Machine, you can find him over at youtube.com/TheFriendlyMachine. He's been featured a couple times here on my channel already, so chances are some of you are already aware of him and already subscribers of him. But for those of you who don't know what he does, allow me to break that down for you. So over on his YouTube channel, which is once again youtube.com/TheFriendlyMachine, he posts Call of Duty content. Not super consistently. He kind of goes a couple days every now and again between uploads, but the stuff he does upload is pretty good. In terms of the gameplay, you get awesome crazy DNA bombs like the one you guys just saw right here. He is also recently has been covering a lot of Black Ops 3 news, similar to how I'm doing it to my channel. He actually has a video up called the Top 10 Must Features for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which a lot of people are watching that. A lot of people are agreeing with the stuff he has to say in there. It's a pretty good video. Maybe you guys want to go ahead and check that out if you guys would like to. Aside from that, he has videos talking about best guns in Advanced Warfare. He has a Shout Out Saturday series where he likes to give shout outs to people. And of course, he has a bunch of other Call of Duty content for you guys to go ahead and check out. Once again, that is youtube.com/TheFriendlyMachine. He's got 2,600 subscribers at the time of this video going up, so that's pretty good, man. A lot of people are starting to like his stuff. They're starting to catch on. You know, his channel's starting to grow a bit, and it's definitely nice to see that. So be sure to go ahead and give him a look if you guys haven't already. I hope you guys all enjoy this week's episodes of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.